Yes, sir. Welcome back. I thought you might enjoy this continuation of this slow play, along with XQC and Amaranth eating hot wings.
Again?
Oh yeah, it's good. I'm just kind of like swirl it.
Okay, this doesn't look very.
A knife to spread it, maybe.
Okay, I'm not gonna zoom in on chat so I can see.
Always epic when you get big streamers together, somewhat for the first time.
I hate table stuff.
I haven't seen XQC and Amaranth together much.
Yeah.
Okay, cheers.
Cheers.
This is not gonna be hot, so it's just like your normal like.
We're doing a hot wings challenge.
That's it. It's just flavor.
Just flavor.
I like hot stuff, but I couldn't do that.
You can barely tell there's any stress at all, right?
It gets too
It's
hot.
kind of tingling.
It's like a slight tickle, I would say.
You can feel a tickle. Mm-hmm. Okay. Ah, my throat. Jesus, wait, that was the least one?
You have milk. You have milk. Yeah,
No,
that was
I'm
the
good.
least
I
spicy
don't
one.
need it. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe just can I get maybe just a water, please? In the wine cellar
It
or
starts.
one thing. Wait, that was like the no spice one almost.
Yeah, that was.
Amaranth is always nice
Okay.
to look. I mean,
That's fine.
XQC is always nice to look at.
Okay, buddy. I'm gonna dab myself up. Okay. I mean that happened. Okay, buddy. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, be very careful. It's gonna slip out.
Wipe it.
Okay.
So I don't even know how to do. Maybe you want maybe just dip in mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Ready?
With the butter
Okay,
knife.
cheers. Good. Mine was dabbed in, like it was bathing in
Oh,
it.
it's definitely hotter.
Yeah, you can taste
More
it.
vinegary.
Zzz.
It's very sour.
Oh, it gets
Oh,
hot.
it's actually more vinegary than spicy. Oh, the afterburn.
Yeah, this is better.
That was very sour. Oh god. Oh.
You don't need to eat it all. You just need to take a bite. At least.
No, that'll make it worse. Milk.
No, I don't think it. It's fine. I can handle it. Okay. Okay, my tongue.
Oh, it's getting there. The
Okay,
aftertaste-
my
it's getting worse the longer it sits there.
We can just look at their face
My
and
tongue is like.
we know what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's fine.
We're just gonna see grimace. Grimaces.
Yeah. Anyway.
How is it not helping?
I got tears a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
You're too white for this.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
True. Yeah, that was like the really early ones too. There's like
Such a good skit for both of them together. 2 hours ago, 40,000 views.
What the fuck? Are you sure this was the second? This second?
I feel like you could have done better
No shot. You're mistaken.
in performance.
No.
Actually have like a scale.
Oh, there's a hot sauce website with a scale.
Mine was dabbed in it.
It's getting worse.
Mine was bathing in
This
it.
was this one. Let me switch it out. Sorry, chat. Here you go.
I just want to like squeeze my tongue out.
He put his bed sheet. What the fuck is this? He put his bed sheet in the doorway, and then plastered the walls with
Get the cap
black.
before this shit spills and ruins our lives. The cap. Yes. Okay, there we go.
So why is it so hot?
Black bed sheets or whatever.
Okay, ready?
Okay.
We can't stop here.
All right.
So it looks like the hot stuff, hot one studio.
Give us a rundown of the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you on stream by a long shot. Not like one of them. The most embarrassing thing.
She eats ice cream. Okay.
I'm not easily embarrassed, but I guess the most embarrassing one was when I was doing ASMR because those mics were super sensitive. I thought I muted it, and then I went and had diarrhea, and that was a lot.
Oh, okay. Well, the microphone.
Oh yeah, it was on.
Oh wow.
I was like, people thought it was sex at first because I was like, ugh. And then it was like,
That is
it was
something.
crazy. That was embarrassing.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
Then people were saying it.
Hey, this one is growing more. What the fuck?
Don't click on that. I'm sure somebody has a link in chat, so just make sure that you don't watch that.
What about you? Most embarrassing moment on stream? Same question.
Oh, I can't do 45 minutes.
That's probably good.
That is a lot.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's already a lot.
We can do like
Not a lot. I feel like a lot of times that, like I'm embarrassed. Chat would have known.
something like that.
I don't even know. Chat, how about you chat? Give me
I know that
not
I don't know, it's not gonna be the best to just leave them there and just put them on mute and stuff. I get that.
I just canceled like
Um,
it's like an outline.
So we're doing pretty well. I thought you might want a little follow-up of the gameplay. It's odd because every time I plan to make a house, it always ends up so different. In fact, I think I have to go on my Twitch and upload some stuff, so at least we would have some way of telling what I'm saying. What's that? Go to producer. Let's see. 3 days. What is that? 3 days. Unpublished. They started unpublishing my stuff. It's so dumb. I need to get out of this platform, dude. They started unpublishing my stuff because I had put like some copyright music or something. Why can't I publish it? Are you sure you want to publish? Yes. Export. Public. So we send that to YouTube. Public. Whatever it's worth, like at least it's gonna stay somewhere. Bro, why can't I do it? Can't export it if I can't publish it. Oh my god. What am I supposed to do? Add to collections. Rust, scuffed. Create. Okay, kinda, yeah. I mean, can I not watch it? Is there a problem with the video? It sure looks like it. That's quite odd. When was that? Yesterday? 6 minutes? Was there a problem? No, that's not today. Okay, I don't know what's going on. Maybe that's like today or something. I don't know. Let's just see if I'm live. If I'm not live, it's rest in peace, man. Yeah, at least I'm live. Let's go. Let's make some clones. There's so much to talk about. And what am I gonna do? So this house, first of all, so different. It's so different than what it used to. Because every time I like fuck up the design and it ends up differently. And it ends up being like my preferred. It's so odd. Let's go outside for a sec. We'll come back in. We will leave the clones somewhere. And that. And we don't need the axe. And we don't need that. I don't think I need the hammer, but I'm good. Oh boy. These guys are building. They're like serious building. They were probably the one mining. Anyway, we go around. Fuck, can't destroy it. That's how I go on top of my house now. I just put like a raised floor or something. So the idea is I spawned here and I thought it was a nice place. We have a ranch, 2 ranch for the horses. That's good for the economy. Fresh water. No, salt water. Fresh water here. So because the rivers, we have pumpkin, which is the good food. So that's good. Fresh water, good food, economy with the barns. We have train yard. Outpost is pretty close. A lot of roads. And kind of a halfway stop checkpoint to outpost. So I really liked it. Harbor, water treatment, train yard. So I thought that was a nice spot. This is the kind of spot I like. It's a little secluded. Nobody wants to come out here. They'll go here and on the road and all that. They're not necessarily gonna come out of their way here. So it's very secluded, but yet close to everything. And then I also didn't want my house to be too low because the higher houses can see on top of it. Normally I build something on top and I work on top. So you don't want the house to be too low. So I came up here. And then I found a dip. Can't exactly tell, but there is actually a dip under here. It goes lower. And I believe this is a half wall. So it kind of have a nice... No, this is not a half wall. This is a wall, right? So just to give you a measurement, right? That wall here is, you can tell what going under, you can tell it's a big wall. So it's that high. Just to give you an idea of how low the dip goes, right? So I found this dip and I said, okay, I'm gonna put a base in a dip. And then I put my base in the dip. Let me show you here. By the way, if we die, it's fine. So we find a dip like this. You can put your you can put your base like this, right? We'll do it because who cares? And then, so the idea is that you're gonna put your TC here. You're gonna build around it. Now we can't put it down. We can put this here. Okay, so this is a start. We can build that. I don't want to do too much because I don't have much wood to show you. But then from this height, you can surround it, right? So that's what's happening. Now we can't raise it higher, but if you have one already, you can actually raise it because you have one already, right? You can't raise it directly like 2 half walls height, but you can raise it next to a foundation 1 half wall height. So we do this, break this. Why can't I break this? Does it cost wood? Stop. Can I show you at least? And then we can start building from this height. Oh my god, what a great example. What a great video, Charles. This looks like the time when I was teaching, dude. Hold on, children. Let me just go get some wood here while I try to explain something. It won't take too long. Then you hear the children's laugh and talk. And you're like, hold on, guys. Right, so remember how we can't elevate this one? Wait, what the fuck? Excuse me? What? Why can't I destroy it? I'm not confused. Yep, please, yep, yep. Bruh, why can't I work? This is so odd. Anyway, you can destroy this normally. Probably. And then you can raise it. You get the picture? Oof. this. Now you have this kind of structure. And you do the same on the other side, right? How do we do it? We put a raised foundation. Then we destroy this and put a raised foundation against the other one. Okay. So it's always the same trick. You just put a foundation, put one next to it, and then destroy this one and raise it. Or put this one, put a raised one next to it, destroy this one, and put the initial. And you end up with 4 walls or foundation walls like this. Now if you upgrade it to stone, and all the side here will be stone, all of this is stone. Let's destroy the evidence. Now the efforts I go through make people understand. Oh my goodness. Can leave this one, I don't care. So that's what I did initially. Woo! And you might say, well, I don't see what you mean. Sure. I'll show you then. Let's do this. Leave this open. Bleh. Let's go under. Under. Oh. See, this is the foundation. Of course, rock. This is the high wall next to it. High wall next to it. This one you could put high wall. We'll talk about it again. But the idea is it's a hidden basement. Just the rock will do. Break this. If you have a pickaxe or an axe, it's kind of useful. But and then by having 2 half walls, one at least that you can jump on. See the point? But what I did was build up this initial low ground, right? The hard part is putting your sleeping bag down here. That's the actual hard part. Oh, and if you break this and this floor doesn't break, just wait for this block to disappear and then it will break. But the idea is that if I try to put foundation on, try to put foundation, not foundation but a floor, it breaks. And that's what we want. And how do we achieve that? Well, we achieve that if there are no support for a floor. So these are not half walls, right? You can put a wall, a floor, sorry. In this case, a triangular floor, where there is a wall. Okay, anywhere there's a wall, right? Like this is foundation. It won't attach to it, but it will attach to any wall. So if you have foundation, this, put a triangle, you can't. Except if one of the side would be a small wall. Or a floor. You know, you can also attach it to a floor. So the truth is, this and this are foundations. They're raised foundations, like I just showed you. Right? I put a small foundation here, then raise the two sides, foundation. Because of that, I can't put this here. Why? What does it allow me to put it now? Because of this floor. This floor is what allows me to put it in the first place. But it won't hold it because it's not stable enough. And that happens when you put roof over your head and you notice that the wood breaks because the roof is extending too much. Right. Let's do that. Can. I'm gonna put some high walls here. All right. So yeah, if you start putting some roof, you'll notice that at some point it breaks, right? So what does it say? It's saying that you can only go so far unless you have another wall somehow to hold it. What I did downstairs is this. I actually have two half walls. I put a triangle. When I put the square, all of this holds. Then when I try to put the next triangle, it's break. That's exactly the setup downstairs. Right? And only if I would put a half wall like under here, will it hold this. Oh, that's fine. Just gonna put this structure right now and see what happens to it. That's what's going on here, right? So the back here, instead of being two raised foundation on the side or just one here, I actually want to attach floor to it. I can't do that if it's just foundations. We've seen this before. Can't put a floor on foundation. There has to be a half wall at least. And then you attach a floor, the next floor, and this one breaks unless you have this wall here. That allows us to hide our TC, but also have access to it. We get to keep some materials. And we have an extra sleeping bag, which is mainly functional in order to come down and get access. I think I'm gonna leave it. I like to leave it open when I work here. Close this. But I like it. I fucked up because I don't have a way to go up to my roof. People know I like the ladder system. Hey Andrew. Yes, I'm solo. Yes, I like to play solo. I'm working on my methods and all that, so I really don't have time to do anything else. Guy outside, but it could be a neighbor. Most people are neighbors, so I don't want to kill them. They come back with friends and grief me and stuff. So I still like my model where I have square, triangle, 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 square. Because on the last videos I had square, triangle, triangle, square, I think. And I could make like an air vent to go up to the roof. Then I put stuff on the roof and I can build there, put a chair or something. This could be a bait. Hear people doing that. Nice cutting wood. Could be the new neighbors. I think I have new neighbors. But I like this this system here. We have one square for the main loot. We have underground sealed bunker for PC and stuff we don't want to lose. And people will never notice this unless they bring a hammer with them, because the floor says it all. 13% stable, compared to foundation where it's 100%. But not everybody raids with a hammer. Like the good groups will, but a lot of spiteful groups won't. I'm not worried. It's not that I'm not worried, it's that I think it's a good bargain. Good edge. And then we have this place here where I can put the compost, tier 1, just some room to do something. We don't need a horse because we have barns. We feed the horses at the barn and they poo-poo. We bring that home. The box somehow fits here and doesn't break. Surprised when we break the floor. Here's what I'm gonna do here. Don't forget to rotate it so it's easier to destroy from the other side. Put this. But yeah, I mean, it doesn't take too much space. I don't know how this box fits anyhow here, any way, shape, or form, but it does, and it's fabulous. Because now I can have light in here. And the water we take from outside. There's a little river here. Jugs we get at the outpost, we transfer it with the machine. If there's a word to qualify my wipe, this wipe, it's definitely been working with this vending machine. I am able to transfer to myself all these valuables, from the outpost. If I need metal fragment, I just buy it. The high quality, you always end up with 20 or so when you work at the outpost. I can just transfer it. Nobody's gonna pay me 3 high qual for a clot. The goal is really just to transfer to me, from me, this stuff. And I like clot because you have an abundance of it, and you end up sending yourself some cloth, which you can make bandages or beds, and put that around the outpost. It's working really well. The only thing is you have to manage your numbers right, because if you say like 1 cloth per poo-poo, and you have 120 poo-poo, and you end up sending yourself 120 cloth, which will completely dry up your machine of cloth. You can't operate anymore because you don't have cloth. So one way to remedy is this. I can send myself cloth from the outpost back here, right? It's just that every time you decide to make a trade like this, it'll cost you 20 scrap to do the trade as a delivery fee. So one has to be mindful of that. it will cost scrap. I could have saved myself at least 200 scrap of like extra fees, you know. But it's been extremely useful. So yesterday we worked at the outpost the whole stream, and it lasts like 6 hours. It was kind of boring, kind of long. Honestly, I said to myself, there's got to be other ways to make money, and there is, truthfully. Like in the past, when I couldn't sell my furt somehow, I decided to sell it here. It was, for example, 5 furt for 3. That's like 60 scrap for 100 furt, and 100 furt will sell for 150 at the outpost. It's a no-brainer for anyone who notices the trick. If you're at the outpost and you want to gamble, right, and you have like 20 scrap, well, you know, maybe 40 or so, and you notice my trade, then you're like, holy shit. Or, you know, my 50 scrap, I can get minus 20 for the delivery fee. I can get 3 times this, which is 50 furt. Then I can sell my 50 furt for 75. You can keep doing that and grow your money that way. I don't know if this is the best price, and I want to review it, but it's feasible, you know. Like if you have 100 scrap, you buy 80. That's like, oh, that's hard to calculate. 80 divided by 3 is 23 or so, 24, let's say 25 times 5, 125 furt. Then you sell that for 175, 180. You can see how you can definitely make your cash back. Then you gamble that or whatever. And I think I want to sell something also, just so there's another way to make cash, because when people pay you instead of you having to sell the furt, like you save all this time of working your fertilizer, and there's so many things to do other than selling furt. Jeez. Like one of those is to organize your planter. You need light, heat, electricity. You need scrap. You need to fucking discover your tech tree for that, right? Battery, high qual, tech trash. And there's this new stuff: the adapter, conveyor, splitter, industrial. Right, we're gonna do that today. For that you need metal. For metal you need to go to the outpost. You need to buy metal. You need to send it here. With this trade, right? 100 metal for a clot. Send it over. 800, 900 metal, whatever. Boom. You know. And you can stay all here while your machine is running. There's definitely ways to do that. So the first thing I like to plant, there's so many things to take note of. The first thing I like to organize home is the bear rug, which is here. Right, it's about 200 to get to the bear rug overall. I like the hatchet. You also need the ladder. People like carpets, and the bear rug is necessary. You put it here and you get 100 comfort, so that even when you wake up, right away you can heal up. You just need to eat something, get your food up. My water is here, but as you can tell, it's wrong. And then by just standing here and organizing, probably have a locker here, preparing, you're healing up. So tremendous. Then you need planter, the food, I should say, so you can heal up. I like the pumpkins. Pumpkins are the best. They'll give you 10 healings straight away. Look here. Okay, eating pumpkin right away. It'll give me this healing. Give me food, give me hydration. It's the best. Overall, it's the best. You can get better in crates, but in terms of planting it, it's the best. So you definitely want to get those seeds, right? And start planting. Take some clones. I think we're good on clones. And what I do is once I get like 10 or 15 or whatever amount, then I start planting them. And then I look at the genetics, right? So just a quick reminder for genetics. G and Y stand for growth and yield. These are good. H is for hardness. It's planting it outside. It probably shows, like, you see how health, it says 10. My guess is hardness protects against health decrease. It's only useful if you plant outside. It's not a big deal, or if you don't plan on caring for them at all. The X is nothing. It's a dead gene. Doesn't do anything apparently. And the W stands for water. Water intake. It will take more water. So we don't like W's, and we need G's and Y's. We don't care about X and H, but the fact that, and instead of a W, we would prefer an X, right? In terms of the red, and the H are just dead slots too. So we just, the way we see this clearly is you count the number of G's and Y's. In this case, we have 1 GY, which is pretty low, and some W's, which makes it a bad plant. Right, and then plant another one. And we do that till we reach something that we like. In this case, when I planted the seed, it gave me G, Y, G, G, H, and X. That's 4 G's and Y, which are good. Growth and yield, these are good. And H, we don't mind. And the X instead of the W, which is good. There's less water intake. There's no water intake. There's no W, which is the extra water intake, which means we will have to not have to tend to our planter as much as if it did have W's. Some people will crossbreed. I'm not fucking with that. I don't need any of that. You know, I'm just a solo. I'm not trying to make a god seed. I'm trying to get the best seed I can get. So once you have 3 G's and Y's or 4 G's and Y's, or in the case of my Claude, I have 5 G's and Y's and an X, that's a really good plant. Then we clone it and keep planting that. And you just have to manage after that the number of clones. Well, you have to manage your box, of course, but you have to manage the number of clones you have. So we're gonna spend some minutes making sure we have a few of these cloned. And let's look at the overall conditions for a second. So the conditions, it is my opinion that it is linearly dependent on the overall status. And my idea is that overall is a direct correlation to time. Let's start over. So you have light, water, ground, temperature, and an overall. Overall will always be the lowest of the 4. Light, water, ground, temperature. Light, you just have the light. Ground, you just have the fertilizer. ground water, sorry, is how much water there is. Right now it says 1,299 on 3,000, which is a little too low. The right amount is 2/3 of the box, approximately. And the plant will tell you, once it's at 100% water, that's exactly what you should have here, which is about 2/3 of the box. And the box kind of shows you too. When it's dry, it's really like beige, kind of this color. Right now there's some water, it looks a little wet. And if you put too much, let's put too much, then it looks like it's overly dark, black. You know, that's not good. Well, that's okay, huh? Better than not having enough. But the plant also tells you that it's not as good, you know, 71%. They're gonna keep sucking the water, it's gonna get there. But the water is finicky like that. You have to be very precise with it. But then you don't want to put it at 100% water straight and then leave, because over time it's gonna keep going down anyways. You do want to put it more. It's gonna give you more time to do things and come back and care for your plants. And water is never gonna stay at 100%. You know, unless you have some kind of logical setup. By that I mean electricity and electronics. So water says 71, the rest 100. Temperature, by the way, is the heater. So the overall is 71, which is the lowest. If everything would be 100, then it would go as fast as it can to grow. In my opinion, it is now as fast as it can times 71%, which is a great reduction here, right? By the way, I found a way to reset the water. If you want to reset your box, just throw some salt water onto it and it will drain it down to 0. Then you can reset with the pure water. Oh yeah. This floor, by the way, only costs 7. Like wall. The wall will be 25. That's so much. The ceiling is 13. So why is this floor only 7? I don't know. I don't know, but it's perfect. So if we put our solar system right, we have our battery here. This should last us all night. If you find your light blinking, it means your solar panel isn't done right. You look at the top of my screen, you see a compass, right? So the sun rises east, sets west, it passes through north more than it does south. Like at midday, if you look up, the sun isn't here, it's like there. So it's gonna wake up east, move like this north, then set west. Right, so you want your panel to face north. The way you do that, if you have a solar panel, is you turn south, put it, because the panel will face you. When you put it on the ground, it'll face north. So you always look south when you put your panel. As south as you can, just straight on this S, put it down. Then it will face north, it will get sun all the time. and it will power a light and a heater all night. But here I think I could put a locker here, but I don't like having my locker next to my outside door. If there would be maybe another triangle or something like that, sure. But normally in my locker I have gear, guns. I think I really want this here, especially because I have an under, you know, I have a basement. I would put it in the basement if you could put stuff, but because it's like dirt all over the place, can't put what you want. So my locker normally comes here, my workbench there, and possibly my TC's there, but now it's under. It's probably gonna be a box. Or a storage system with like 2 boxes. Like shelf, possibly. Because the workbench is small enough. And a box too. Ah, there we go. Now we clone. Hey, 2 clones, yay. Let's clone you too. Because I prioritize this one. We don't have enough. Let's keep making clones. That way we get all the pumpkins we need, which will be the food. You just need 1 food, like, you can throw away the rest. Mushrooms, bye-bye. Food, bye-bye. Just need pumpkins. If you want to bring it with you, you can. When you wake up, you get up. Like, comfort increasing. You get the pumpkin. Heal up 100%. Shoot up. Gone. I'm not kidding. Gone, gone, gone. There's nothing better than this. And it frees up a lot of space. This is my component box. Stuff I need. It's also stuff I've collected, like I don't need this. I'm not sure if I'm gonna use this. I'll put repair bench, compost and stuff. Here I have basic resource. See how that water situation is fixing itself? Right, like having an X instead of a W is so much better. Like this is giving me so much time to do other things and having to care for the box. What I don't like though is having the box here. You want to access something, you might instead accidentally harvest. That I don't like. Or even when you want to close a door like that, might actually harvest, you see? There's the plants and all that. So useful, but not, you can fuck up. Especially if you have a clone, you want a clone and you harvest it instead. This really blows. Having the ability to close the door for the machine make your night, your life a lot better. So pretty simple life, isn't it? Make money with the poo-poo. That was what, 100 poo-poo? 100 poo-poo, which you might say, what the fuck, how did you get that? You go to the barns with some pickles from the outpost. Pickles, by the way, good food. Really good for yourself too. Sometimes it fucks up, but if you can get enough food, you just sit down and it'll heal you. I like pickles. But you just throw one at the horses here and there, and they'll poop their life. And then nobody's expecting the horses to poop there. Especially at the outpost. Large barn, people will check because it's larger, there's more place to look, but at the outpost where the horses are, it's so tight, people don't consider even looking behind the horse. So we feed them and come back later and grab some poop. Then we send it to our machine with a trade. Right? You never have to, whenever you're at the outpost, you never have to risk. You just come back here, make a trade, cloth, or dung. You just make a number that makes sense. For me, 8 is okay. If you wonder what number you should put, you know, so that you don't send yourself all your cloth, put the highest number you're willing to let go of. Like, let's say you're at the outpost and you have 8 poo-poo. You might say, oh, whatever. Right? If that's the number, then put that number. So that way, you just need 20 scrap. You can send all the poo-poo right here. Change that into fert. Then you might say, how do you send your fert to the outpost? Fert. If I have, say, 320, 30. Personally, I have the oboe barrel that I can make. Not everybody can make it. It's a drop. See if you can find, see if you have a drop. If you don't have a drop, or something special that you can craft compared to others, like a couch. Some people can craft a couch, right? Because they bought it. You can buy the couch on the market. I think they sell it. Anyway, somewhere here. You can trade it for the couch. And you go to the outpost with a sleeping bag. And you probably get some wood or whatever to make a couch. I don't know. And just by the time you make the couch, nobody will have noticed that they can trade a couch for fert. And you just get your fert that way. Trade it. Once you have the scrap, then you want to send your scrap over here. You have a trade for scrap, like this one, 50 scrap for a cloth. I'm not selling a cloth 50 scrap. I'm making it a way so that I can send myself the cloth, the scrap. Right? I send myself a bunch of scrap and get like 8 cloth. So we did that yesterday. Boring, but safe as fuck. Safe as fuck. Almost ready. Just gonna wait for those to be ready. Gonna clone them. Drop them again. A planter is like very useful. I could just go here and grab all the food. Honestly, would probably be enough for someone who's playing like 3 days and whatever. But I like to organize and self-sustain. But for the cloth, you're gonna have to find something. I think the planter is right for the cloth. This plant will, once it matures, we can talk about the steps too. We've got a, I can't remember the names. The smaller one than this, when you plant it, then it grows into a seedling like this. Then it will grow into and you'll notice that now I don't have options. I can't can't clone it like this one. Wait. Okay, that's a sapling. Okay. Now we have the option to clone it. And after the sapling, I think it's a crossbreeding phase where it crossbreeds and it fucks up all your genes. And then it becomes mature, which is just another long phase of nothing. And after that, it will start fruiting. Fruiting is when the yield increases. Like the hemp here, its yield is 5. When it fruits, its yield will increase until it reaches RIP or ripe, or IPE. And ripe is, it's done fruiting, so you should pick it up. And if you wait too long, then it's gonna start decaying. After that, it becomes dead. But because we need clones, this is a good time to take a clone. Clone this. You can say, well, do you want to clone this? Well, it depends. If you don't have any food, you definitely might want to keep this one active. We need more clones, so we're going to keep cloning. And for this one, I want to ask myself, what do I want to do with it? I have enough cloth. Definitely. Right. So we're just testing it. We'll leave it there and see how well it does. Drop clones here. More like a box of whatever. Potato I like too. Big calorie intake, a little bit of hydration, some healing. Again, not as good as the pumpkin. But I want to see if you plant it, how many potatoes do you get out of it? Let's clone you. Drop the potato. We have 3 Y's and a bunch of W's, which is pretty bad. So many W's. I don't think I have other seeds. The seeds are downstairs. And I'm gonna let it suck all the water anyway. We have too much water. It's all good. Hurt, doing good. Every cycle is like 5 minutes. It takes 1 of each and becomes 10. 1 becomes 10. It's 1 poo-poo. 1 poo-poo becomes 10 fert. So we had 100 poo-poo. This becomes 1,000 fert. 1 fert sells for 1.5 scrap. So 1,000 fert is 1,500 scrap worth of fert. 1,005. But because it's next to the door, I'm just gonna leave like half. Gonna leave like half. And I believe I can still pass. Close this. Down here. Yep. It's operational. But But you can see like how I can leave like stuff at 3 different places. You know, I can put stuff in this machine. It's like a big box. Like in the optic that I get raided, right? So I get raided, blah blah. They blow this door. They might see 2 garage doors. They might blow this one, get this stuff. They might blow this one, get this stuff. I still have stuff underground. And this is 2,000, so we gonna do that. What did I sell? I sold my shotgun. That's what I sold. Good. That's good. Okay, okay, let's make shotties. Boom. Boom. Hey. One more. So the shotguns are selling pretty well. Put 3 since yesterday. And all 3 sold. That's 225 scrap. That's halfway to a workbench too. That's halfway to your garage doors. And that's the basics. I think the basics is getting the garage doors in. The rest, fuck it. You'll get there. But those garage doors. I don't think I need something that takes forever here is the setup. Don't really want to do that. Even if I prepare a gun, I'm still at a stage in my gameplay that even if I like prepare gun, prepare mid, you know, prepare all that stuff, I still die 5 minutes in. Like I've lost 5 minutes preparing, right? That's why I like a locker. Prepare the locker, organize the locker. I find out I end up not using the locker because it's all prepared and ready. It's like all nice, so I never use it. I don't know. Pretty odd. I guess I'm putting too much stuff in it. That's why I'm not inclined to use what's in the locker. I don't know. Fascinating. Here I think we want to go down to Molly. Molotov raids. Just one? What do you mean one? slugs. How many slugs did I make with one? Fucking 2 slugs? The player. I go test out our shotty. I might die, I swear to God. I might die. Can't promise anything. I'm too nice to shoot people. There he is. He ran. What am I gonna do? Shoot up the neighbors? I'm gonna go talk with them. These guys are bigger and badder. Hello neighbor, how are you? Neighbor, is that you? Nope, not. So let's do a slug. That's not a slug, bro. What the fuck am I shooting, man? And why was there 2 in there? There was 1. These guys are building, huh? Where is he? Oh, he's over there. You see him? These slugs, dude. There used to be a base over there. I think we don't see it, but it's behind. It's not a house. I think it's a base. I also don't want to piss off all my neighbors at once. Nobody attacked my base. I look like a little bit out, kind of apart. Nobody attacked my base. Yeah. And there was a time when it was really decaying yesterday, like, wow. I was surprised. Alright, harvest. Harvest? Oh no, what did I do, dude? I see if I fucked up. What the fuck? I harvested instead. So bad. So now I need to not fuck up like this again. I'm taking just 1. Wow. All this progress. I guess the safe way is to just plant 1 here. And then keep 1 in our storage. Because you never know, you could get raided, fucking I don't know what. But I think we already have 1 in the storage downstairs. I'm not mistaken. So will go twice as fast. Wow, I'm going around with 64. This. I like to keep the rock because you can do different things with the rock you can't do with anything else. Like harvest animals at the outpost. Or like here I could get some wood if I need quick wood. I don't have the hatchet. Get some quick rock. It gets you unstuck. Oh well. Oh, I like the rock. I like the light source also. That's true. We need attachments. I want silencer and light. Light is here, silencer here. It's like 500, 600. I don't think it's worth it. I think we'd rather find them. Last wipe I went to a dead server, 100x dead server. We close that. I decided to go around the whole map. I did the whole map, walking, putting down some bags. I think I would do that now too. Not sure. And then I don't know if that was useful necessarily. Just learning the monuments though was pretty useful. So now we need green key cards so we can get blue, so we can get red. And get components and guns and stuff. So now we know where green key cards are, right? Green key cards are the first one, and they are at the easiest monuments and the simplest monuments. So these supermarkets. I think there might be one at Mining Outpost, I'm not sure. Lighthouse. Also. And then we can use it at different monuments to get blue and components. Junkyard, there's a green key card here. You can buy blue, but I don't think you can buy green. And I did put bags fucking all over the place here. Everybody destroyed my bags. I'm a little surprised. It's like not that high of a pop server. People destroy bags. I think I'm gonna take a break till maybe later tonight or so. And we're gonna just set up and try to do some monuments. Start running around, I think.